Welcome to PVTV International. This is 360 Myanmar and the topic of this week is about the Myanmar military sham election that is no longer possible to hold. In the general election held on 8th of November 2020, 75.96% of 37 million population across the nation who had the right to vote went to the poll and cast the vote. The election monitoring organizations from international recognized the result of Myanmar election as free and fair. The National League for Democracy Party won 86% of 396 MP seats, exceeding the required number of 322 MP seats to form a government in each parliament. On 1st of February 2021, the Myanmar military led by General Min Aung Hlaing unjustly arrested and detained the elected members of government, including state councilor and president. Attempting to call off the people's vote by using guns and seizing people's power is an absolute violation of freedom, security, justice and equality, which are considered as the values of the society. It is not only a threat to a nation, but also the entire world in which democracy is vital. The generals from Myanmar army thought that they would be able to abolish the vote of people easily by terrorizing them with guns, but all their attempts have been falling flat. Meanwhile, some elected members of parliament who escaped from arrest managed to convene the parliament and form committee representing the councilor (CRPH) on the 5th of February 2021. This process was in accordance with the mandate given by the public and as Myanmar's only legislative pillar. Parliament members carry out such important missions and their roles despite the risks and challenges. Next up was an essential one, the political forces representing de jure legitimacy obtained from 2020 election and de facto legitimacy acquired through non-electoral process due to the massive support from the public joined together to form the National Unity Consultative Council and UCC. Then, on 16 April 2021, with an agreement of the National Unity Consultative Council and UCC, the CRPH was able to form the National Unity Government as an interim government of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar. When General Min Aung Hlaing and his accomplices could no longer manipulate the Burmese political arena, they made an all-out effort to suppress the people, but all their plans are failing. We have now the CRPH, a legislative pillar that came into existence through people's votes, the NUCC that arose from the revolutionary forces, and the NUG as an administrative pillar. The reliable judicial system has already been built for the rule of law in areas under the control of the revolutionary forces, which has become more than 50% of the country's area as a whole. Moreover, the Federal Democratic Charter containing the future political roadmap of the Union of Myanmar has been negotiated and agreed with NUCC. Despite the challenges, everyone has vowed to move forward together to a Federal Democratic Union in accordance with the roadmap. The junta but try all out effort to eliminate the 2020 election in various dreadful ways, but none of their wicked plans bear fruits. As they are now the try, the military junta announced to hold an election, which has been largely viewed as a sham and not recognized ahead on points. On the annual day of the revolutions, all the forces make a joint announcement about the condemnations of the junta's attempt at another election. The military junta has continued to seize power not only by trampling on the laws of the land, but by persecuting the people through murder, torture and destructions of property and livelihoods. The group who commits such acts of terror has no right to hold an election. Any election will never be the solution to the political problems that beset Myanmar. It will only be an act of deception that does not even deserve to be dignified with the term election. General Min Aung Hlaing's plan to stabilize the country by holding an election within 6 months had failed. His extension on power creep will end in July 2023. He has lost all his way. Apart from area bombardment on the civilians, there is no single offensive they succeeded against the revolutionary forces. Since they are being combated both in the front line and as well as in politics, the terrorist leaders have tried to retreat their structure. Presenting former dictators General Than Shwe and General Thein Sein to the public is a strong proof that General Min Aung Hlaing and his team could no longer maintain the current situation. In coming months, they would be making new moves in order to replace their failures in previous attempts to control the country. Clearly, on the side of the revolutionary forces, there is no way out for the Myanmar military from their critical time, no matter how they try to mend themselves. Blasting terrorist junta will no longer gain forgiveness. People are determined to take the dictatorship out of their future once and for all. Justice is prevailing and the people of Myanmar are winning. This is 360 Myanmar from PVTV International. Thank you for watching.